Yes, ma'am. We are live, ma'am.
Okay. Narayan, can you give me the link of the YouTube channel so that I can just see if there are any comments or something coming in there? Can you put it in chat for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, let's start today's session. So my name is Bharti and I manage the operations of the BS program, the BS in Data Science and Applications program. And today I'll be walking the students who have joined the foundational level of this program through whatever happens in the course, in the term, in the program as such, what you should do, what you should not do, how you should handle certain things. I'll be walking you through the steps that we do. We call this an orientation normally. So those of you who have done one term with us should already know many of the things that are a part of it and what I'll be talking about. But those of you entering the program for the very first time after finishing the qualifier and joining the program, welcome to the program and hope you have a really nice experience studying from the IIT Madras BS. So let me share a set of slides that we normally present so that we can show you the data that we have. Just give me a minute, please. For a live session. I hope the screen is visible. Narayan, can you confirm
Yes,
if the screen is
Yes,
visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Screen is visible.
Narayan, can I continue with it? I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Screen is visible, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead with this then. Good. Going with the presentation. Okay, so let me start with this. I think most of you must be familiar with this particular. We would have shown it in the couple of qualifier orientations also. So this is how the program is structured. The program has 4 levels, like you can see here. There is a foundation level, there is a diploma level, there is a degree level. And in the degree level, we of course have a BSc and a BS, like we call it. So basically, this is a 4-year program. If you can kind of, you want to compare it against the regular programs in colleges, there's a 4-year program, but you can do it at your own pace. You can complete it before 4 years are completed. You can do it even in 5 years or 6 years, depends on the speed at which you take courses in every term. So we say it is paced by you and not paced by us, basically. Okay. Entry is open to anyone who has completed standard 12. They can join the program. I hope all of you know it. So if you're a student still in school doing a 12th standard, you can't enter the program now. You can come back to us next year. But all the other guys, I think you should have at least completed your standard 12. And all the exams here, the quizzes and the final exam are in person, that have to be attended at designated centers. You must have done it because you would have done your qualifier already. Or of course, if you have completed one term, you would have done your quizzes and final exam, you know how it works, that is there. There are exits at the foundation level, you get a certificate. There's an exit at diploma level, you can go out with one diploma or both diplomas. Then you can also complete the BSc degree, or you can go on to finish the BS degree. So these are the various stages and certification milestones in the program currently. Those who finish the BSc or the BS become alumnus of the institute. So that is something that people generally vie for. So that is something that you can also keep as a goal. But if you have an alternate degree, or maybe you're learning it for the skills and so on, many of them also seem to complete one or both diplomas and kind of exit from the program. In terms of the numbers, I think we are still working on the numbers. These are probably not the final numbers, but we have roughly about 130,000 applications we have received starting January 2021. And about 30,000 are qualified so far, and about 27,000 are, they've started the program. And this number to 19,890, I think, is incorrect. We are on about 22,000 students who are currently registered for the September term. This split, you can see the split of across the levels. You can see here, it's about 68% in foundation, about 30% in diploma, and the remaining is in degree. The degree level, only now slowly people are moving to the degree level because we haven't yet completed 3 years here. These are the fastest track students who have been doing it. So we have about 500 people in the degree level currently. Otherwise, the bulk of it is in foundation, and of course, some of them are in the diploma. The number of students who have applied for September 2023 qualified is about 10,000 plus currently. Okay, so this is also some data for you all just to know how our students are doing in the program. So those who have completed diploma in programming is about 162 so far. Diploma in data science is 554 so far. Both diplomas completed is 373. And students currently in the BSc degree, already the degree level who have completed the BSc degree moved on to the BS is 56. So total, if you see milestone completions, of course, ignoring the foundation level, it's 1145 here. And through the direct admission, there are about 84 students who completed. This is the qualified data with respect to state-wise distribution. You can see the various states and the numbers that we have been getting from each state in every term. The maximum number of applications this year we have received in the May term, because I think the 12th standard students, those who had passed, the JEE students who had kind of qualified for the advanced, they all had applied. We got more than 22,000 applications in the May term. This term, it is around 10,000 applications, but from every state, we have quite a good representation. You can see here too, even right from every state in the Northeast, we have enough representation happening. Tamil Nadu is still the biggest, followed by Kerala, then Karnataka, Maharashtra, Bihar, and so on. So these are the numbers that you can see. So if you belong to any state, you can also see that we have students from every single state in the country. The last row in this table also shows the number of students from outside India who have applied to us. There is a steady stream of students who are studying from the Gulf regions, which is UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman. There are students in, Singapore, Indonesia, Japan, Australia. There are students from as far as USA, Canada, also studying with us in this program. So we have a sizable number of students outside India who are also studying in this program. Coming back to the foundation level, the courses in the foundation level, we have 8 courses. All of you must be knowing this. We have Maths 1, English 1, Stats 1, CP. That is the first level of courses in this. And Maths 2, English 2, Stats 2, and Python are the second set of 4 courses in the foundation level. And of course, the prerequisites are, you have to complete Maths 1 to do Maths 2. You have to complete English 1 to do English 2. You have to complete computational thinking to do the Python programming course. And you have to complete Stats 1 and Maths 2 to do your Statistics 2 course. So Maths 2 can be a core requisite to Stats 2, like you have to study together, or you have to complete Maths 2 first and then go on to your Stats 2 course. So this is a general pathway we show for students. It's also there in your handbook, your grading pattern, and so on. But I thought I'll just put it out here so that you can plan for the upcoming terms too. So students who want to do the foundation level of 8 courses at a reasonable pace, if you're doing a heavy program in a college, you don't have too much time, and maybe you can spare only about, say, 20 hours per week, then we would say go in for 2 courses a term and complete your foundation in 4 terms or 1 year and 4 months. So basically, the way that we would ask you to take courses and recommend is, you do English 1 and Maths 1 first, then you do Stats 1 and CT, then Maths 2 and Python, and then Stats 2 and English 2. So that's the recommendation that we would possibly give you. But of course, what you take is up to you in this sense. If you can spare about 30 hours per week, right? weekday you can do about 3 hours, weekends you can do a couple of 15 hours. Then you can do 3 courses in the first term, 3 courses in the second term, and 2 in the third term. So within 1 year, you can actually finish your foundation level. And of course, there are the students who do 4 courses in every term and also finish in just 2 terms. So this is the way in which you have to take 4 courses in a term and finish it in 2 terms. But be very, very aware. You require this much amount of time to actually do well in the courses, to study in the courses, to watch the videos, to do the assignments, to have enough practice to get a good grade in the courses that you take. It should not be something like, let me pass with whatever grade I take, even 50 marks is enough for me to pass. Let me just keep passing with a minimum and then keep moving in the program. I think all of you should not have that as an objective. Objective should be to do really, really well in the courses that you take. And for doing that, you really need some time to be spent on all of this. Okay, the fees, I think the structure is known to you all. It's on the website. It's on the handbook that we have given. So there are fee institutional waivers that we give for students who have less than 1 lakh per annum income category and who are in the 1 to 5 lakh per annum income category. So we give a 75% fee waiver for those in the less than 1 lakh per annum income category. Those in the 1 to 5 lakh per annum income category, we give a 50% waiver. So all the fees that you see here are half of what the general category pays. The documents you to be submitted, I hope all of you know that. For the category of SC, ST or PWD, we need those certificates. For EWS and OBC, NCL, we need those certificates. And of course, the family income certificate to avail these waivers. So we'll verify all this. It should be from proper government authorities that you submit, along with the validity that you're giving us. In the period of validity, we will extend these waivers to you. If every year you have to take a family income certificate, you have to do that. Some states do for 2 years, some states do it for 1 year, in which case you will also have to submit to us every year or every 2 years. Okay, keep this in mind. Look at the end date on your certificates and apply for certificates much ahead so that you can avail the fee discounts from the program. Okay, all of you also must have received your roll number in the program. So the roll number is something called, if you're entering after the qualifier and registering to courses now, it will be 23F3 followed by a 6-digit number that is there. So if you've already joined the program in May term, it would have been 23F2 with a 6-digit number, and the domain will be ds.study.iitm.ac.in. So this is your student roll number, and any interaction that you do with the program team, with us, maybe when you're writing mails, maybe when you're doing discourse and so on, it should be using this particular email ID. Okay, so personal email ID we use only till the qualifier, but after that you should use your program roll number ID for any communication with us. You can log into courses only using this ID too. Don't use a personal ID. It will not work on our portal. And the ID card has already been shared with you all in the documents section. So go to the documents section after you log into the portal, and your ID card should be visible there. Okay. So this is the slide that shows you the quiz dates for this particular term. The first quiz is on October 29th. Second quiz is on December 3rd, and final exam is on December 24th for this particular term. Okay. The quiz 1 will be based on contents of weeks 1 to 4. And if you have written your qualifier in the May term, which was on July 16th or August 6th, then we will consider that as the quiz 1 score if you have enrolled to the September term. Okay. But we'll also give you a chance to write the quiz 1 again. You can better your score. You can improve it. The best of both will be taken for this particular term. Okay. All of the students, if you had, say, finished your qualifier in the Jan term, then you need to do quiz 1 again, because that marks is what will be counted for your course grade. We will not consider your previous course that have been obtained. The quiz duration is normally 1 hour per course. So if you're doing 1 course, you'll get 2 hours time normally. If you're doing 2 courses, also it's 2 hours. If you're doing 3 courses, 3 hours. If you're doing 4 courses, 4 hours. That is the quiz duration. But all subjects will be open to you, and you can kind of maybe finish one subject quicker and kind of move on and use this extra time for the other subject. That is possible. It's not like the first subject will open for 1 hour, then we'll close it, we'll open the next one. It doesn't work like that. Whatever subjects you are eligible to write will all be open to you. You can use the total time across all the subjects that you have registered to. Quiz 2 will be based primarily on weeks 5 to 8. though we might ask certain concepts from 1 to 4 also. That's why we have put based on contents of weeks 1 to 8 for quiz 2. And every one of the courses except Python course, which has some additional assessments, they have 2 quizzes and 1 in-term exam. Okay, that is for the 7 courses of the foundation, excepting the Python course that is there. For Python, we have some online remote proctored exams also. I will talk about it when we come to the slide on the Python course. So these are the dates, like I was saying, October 29, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. is the quiz 1. Quiz 2 is December 3rd. Final exam is on December 24th, the day right before Christmas, morning and afternoon. You have your 2 sessions of final exams. Please make yourself available on these dates to give the quizzes, travel to the center and be available, okay? There is no alternative to these dates. We don't do makeup exams. If you miss a quiz, you miss that marks. If you miss the final exam, you don't even get a course grade. So please be very aware that you are available on these dates to take up the 2 quizzes and the final exam. All 3 dates given here are Sundays. Okay, so the final course score, right? How do we calculate it and how do we give you the hall tickets for these courses? So every week, as you know, we release videos on Friday, just like you've done in Qualifier, or if you've done a term of courses with us, you'll know this. Every Friday, we release content for you, correct? It is a set of videos. It will be some practice assignments. There'll be graded assignments also as part of it. So you have to submit the graded assignment every week within the deadline given. The deadline is normally 10 days from the release of the weekly content. So within that deadline, you have to complete the assignment. We'll take the best 5 out of the first 9 weeks of graded assignments. And in that, the average score should be greater than or equal to 40 out of 100. So that is condition number 1. Condition number 2, you have to attend at least one of the 2 quizzes in the center. And if one of these 2 conditions, the average of the best 5 out of 9 assignments or attending one of the 2 quizzes is not satisfied, then you will not be given a hall ticket for the final exam. So please keep this in mind. Both these conditions have to be satisfied for you to become eligible to write the final exam, even leave alone, say passing the course later or getting a course grade, to even appear for the final exam on December 24. These 2 conditions have to be satisfied. And for getting the final course grade, attending the interim exam is a must. For the 7 courses, Python has a different grading policy. I'll talk about it. So calculating the final score for these 7 courses, like we said, % comes from your weekly graded assignments. So ensure that you're doing the graded assignments every single week. We take the best 10 out of 12 average. And that is the marks that gets counted here. Quiz 1 marks, quiz 2 marks are given here. If it will be marked as 0 if you don't attempt it. And then there is a formula for how we calculate the final grade. So if you have attempted both quizzes, we'll calculate it. Assuming that some have not attempted one quiz, we will also do the alternate formula. We'll see whichever is higher, and that will become your final course score. And based on this, of course, your grade will come. For stats 2, we have a bonus point mechanism where there is some additional activity of creating a data set, analyzing the data set and all that you have to do. This is a peer-reviewed assignment. And for that, if you do, there are some bonus points you can pick up in statistics 2 alone. Coming to the introduction to Python programming, I would request all people who have enrolled to this course to be really attentive as per the grading pattern for this. So in this grading pattern, there is 1 quiz. There are 2 proctored programming exams, one after like 5 weeks of content and one after like 11 weeks of content. We have 2 programming exams, and then we have a final exam. Okay, there is also one more assessment apart from the weekly graded assignment. We call it a timed assignment, timed mock assignment it is called. We release this timed mock assignment every Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the night. Okay, and you have to mandatorily attempt this timed assignment either on Friday or on Saturday or on Sunday. One of the 3 days is mandatory for you to log in, try out the timed assignment and submit it. So where does this impact you? Normally OPP 1 is scheduled for all the people who enroll to the course, so that will be fine. But this assignment will take out the best 4 out of the first 6 timed assignments, and the average score in that must be greater than 40 out of 100. If you do not satisfy this condition, we will not schedule OPP2 for you. Okay, OPP means online proctored programming exam. So there's a term you'll hear a lot when we all speak from our side, when you read documents, OPP is a term that you'll hear a lot. So it is the online remote proctored programming exam, which you will do from your house. You will not do it from the exam center, but you will take it from your hostel or your house or wherever you are. You will do this exam online. Okay. But if you do not get this 40 average marks in the best 4 out of the first 6 weekend timed mock assignments, which we open on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you will not be scheduled for this OPP2 and you will not be eligible to appear for the final exam also, because he's condition 2 in this eligibility to appear for the final exam, average of the scores of the best 4 should be greater than or equal to 40 out of 100. So this is not satisfied. You can't do OPP2. You can't appear for the final exam. And if these 2 are not there, you will not get a course grade. Your course grade will be U grade. You have to repeat the course. So please take these assignments that you do on Friday, Saturday, Sunday very, very important. It's mandatory to attempt it at least on one of the 3 days. You can also attempt it on all 3 days to better your score. But definitely you have to get at least so many average marks, which is more than 40 out of 100. Additional eligibility to attempt the final exam, the best 5 out of 9 weekly assignments should be greater than or equal to 40 out of 100. This is the same as what we do for the other 7 courses. Okay, that is there. But check the eligibility to get the final course grade. Okay, you have to attend the final exam, which is mandatory. That I think all of you know. But the score in one of the 2 programming exams, OPP1 or OPP2, should be more than or equal to 40 out of 100. If you don't get this more than 40 out of 100 in one of the 2 programming exams, you will not get a pass grade in the course. Okay. You might get an IOP or an I grade or something like that, but you won't get a pass grade in the course unless you pass one of the 2 OPPs that are given here. So read these conditions very carefully in your grading document. The grading document has been put out on your dashboard. The grading document is available inside the course announcement section. Please go through it. Please ensure you understand the grading pattern for the Python course. What all you have to do, what all you have to do to become eligible for the final exam, what all you have to do to get a pass grade in the course. This is something that you have to understand and you have to work upon. Okay. So here we have given the formula for how we will calculate it. 10% weightage to your weekly programming assignments and your MCQ assignments that we give in the course. For quiz, there is a 10 marks component that is there. And then there are 2 ways in which we'll calculate the programming assignments, the programming exam, OPP, the scores that we get in that. In 2 ways we calculate it, depending on whether you attend 1 or you attend 2. So that is also given here. And the weekly mocks also have a 5-mark weightage. So we calculate out of 105, then we'll cap it to 100. And that's how it is going to be calculated. Excuse me. So the grading scheme and the pass criteria. A candidate is deemed to have passed a course if the total course score, this T that we keep referring to, right, is the total course score. So this T total course score must be greater than or equal to 40 out of 100 if you are to get a pass grade in the course. So these are the grades that you will get depending on the mark range that you get as the final score. So between 40 to 50 is E grade, 50 to 60 is 50 to 59 technically is D grade, 60 to 69 is C grade, 70 to 79 is B grade, 80 to 89 is A grade, and 90 to 100 is S grade. And the grade points are also given here. The grade points are used to calculate your GPA, CGPA, and so on. But if your total course score is less than 40, you will get a U grade, which is fail. Okay, you'll have to repeat the course in this case. And if the weekly average assignment score is less than 40 out of 100, or you don't attend a quiz, or you don't pass your mock test eligibility that we gave, right, you will get a WAWQ. It's equivalent to a U grade, but that is also considered as fail. Okay. And if you were eligible to write the final exam, you got a hall ticket, you satisfied the eligibility criteria, but you were absent for it, you will get an I grade, which means that your final exam you still haven't completed. You're eligible to do it, but you were absent for it. So you can register for this course in the next term and you can do the final exam alone in this case if you get an I grade. Okay. There is something called CCC that we do in every term in the foundation level. Okay, CCC is called Credit Clearing Capability. So based on your qualifier marks on how much you have scored in the subjects, we kind of came up with a formula to say, maybe this is the number of courses you have to take to do really well in the program. So if you got a qualified score between 0 to 50, we said that you can take 2 courses, 50 to 70 is 3 courses, 70 and above is 4 courses. So all of you, when you came in to register for the very first term, you would have seen that you got either 2, 3 or 4 as CCC, and only that many number of courses you could register. So as long as you're in the foundation, we keep calculating the CCC based on number of courses you have passed or failed in the last 2 terms. Okay, that is something that we keep doing. For JE students, for the first term, the CCC is 4, but after that, we again put this calculation and you'll be limited by whatever your score band is for that particular term. That is something that you have to know. CCC is more like a guideline where it indicates to you indirectly that maybe it is good for you to do only so many courses in a term. Maybe you're busy, you can't do time, but your marks tell me that you can only handle 2 courses really well. So better for you to do 2 courses. So that is called CCC. But CCC, once you go to diploma degree level, by default is 4 for all students. There we do not calculate this and restrict you. You can take as many courses, the max of 4 if you want. But then again, we would say, depending on your time and how much you can spend on these courses, it is good that you select the number of courses that you want to take. Okay, so let us come to the conditions of the grades that you get in a particular course. Okay, if your grade was W or WQ, that is your assignment or quiz ineligibility was there because of which you didn't write the final exam and you got a U grade. In this case, you have to repeat the entire course. We will not carry forward your assignment marks. We will not carry forward anything else here. You will have to register to the entire course and redo it again, becoming eligible to write the final exam. The fees is the same as the course fees that is listed. It's not double or less or anything like that. It's the same course fees. So if your general category, the course fees in foundation level will be 4,000 rupees for repeating the course in this case. If you're absent for the final exam, you were eligible to write the final exam, you were absent for it, and you got an I grade. Okay. In that case, we give you an option to attempt the final exam alone in the immediate next term from when you were absent. Okay. So you have to register to that end-term exam during the registration period. I hope those of you who were absent have done it already. The registration is over from our side. So you have to register for the end-term exam and you will come in only for the end-term exam and you will write the final exam. You need not attempt the quiz. You need not attempt the weekly assignments. You need not attempt any other assessment component, basically, if you have been absent only for the final exam of a course. So this is something that you have to remember. Many times students ask us, I'm going to do only end-term only exam. Should I write the quiz? Should I do the weekly assignments? You can do the weekly assignments for practice, but then we are going to take your marks from the previous term only. Okay. So only the final exam you will have to come and attempt. The remaining assessment components will be the marks from the term in which you did the first registration. But in case you do not register for the end-term exam in the subsequent term, or you're absent again for the end-term exam in that term, automatically your course grade will become a U grade. So this opportunity to attempt the final exam alone is restricted to one term following the term in which you are registered to the course, and you have to complete it in that. Otherwise, it becomes a U grade. You have to do a full repeat of the course. This is what we have written here. And if you have an I grade, technically you can actually, register for the entire course and repeat it, or you can do the final exams alone. Both of these are possible, and that is what your options are. Dropping a course, if we permit it in this program for you to drop a course. After 28 days, there is a 3-day window in which you can drop a course. And there is an administrative fee that we take. And we take that administrative fee and only the remaining is transferred back to you. So here you can see 2,000 rupees will be deducted if a foundation level course is dropped, and 4,000 rupees will be deducted if a diploma or degree level course is dropped. So if you have, say, taken 4 courses and after 2 weeks you realize that the workload is too much, you're not able to manage, you're not able to find time to do 4 courses, maybe you want to drop a course. So in the drop window, which happens 28 days after the term start, you can go to your dashboard and you can say you want to drop which courses. So supposing in the general category, you paid 16,000 for 4 courses, you are going to drop 2 courses. So that will be 4,000 plus 4,000, 8,000 rupees. We will take an administrative fee of 2,000 each for every course. So we'll take 4,000 rupees for 2 courses and we put the remaining money in your student wallet. We will not do a cash refund, but we will put it in your student wallet. And you can use this money the next time when you come in for course registration. Okay, that is something that you have to remember. So basically, we say try to plan for the courses that you want to register in a term. Don't register blindly without any thought of how much time and effort you can put in. There is a possibility to drop, but like you see, there is also money being deducted here. It's a waste for you that if this deduction happens, you neither complete the course and you lose money. We would really recommend that when you register to courses, think of your workload for the next 4 months and then register to whatever alone you want to register. Don't over-register and kind of drop. But in this window, if you don't drop, 3-day window, you don't drop, then after that, there is no possibility of dropping a course and you have to continue. If you don't continue and you don't study from it, fees will not be refunded and there'll be no other course of action possible after that. So that is what we have written here. Fee receipt we will generate once you have paid the fees. I think in the next 1 or 2 weeks, you should be getting your fee receipts, all of you, for whatever you have paid and registered to the September term. So dropping a course, we have just mentioned the income level and how much you're paid for a course and what is the admin charges that is kept. So if you belong to the open category, you would have paid 4,000 rupees in the foundation level. We retain 2,000 and we refund 2,000 to you. If you get a 50% waiver already from us, you pay 2,000. If you drop a course, we keep the 2,000 rupees. We don't refund anything to you. And if you're in the less than 1 lakh per annum income category and have paid only 1,000 rupees, then again, we keep 2,000. Of course, technically, it's not possible. So we'll keep the 1,000 rupees with us and we won't refund anything to you. So diploma level also, the drop course data is given here. So get an idea. And like I said, plan for what courses you want to take. Don't think of dropping courses and also waste money on your side, by dropping them midway. It's better to not register and just plan for how much time you have so that you can register correctly for it. Calculating GPA and CGPA, like I said, at the end of every term, there is 2 parameters that we calculate for you. GPA is called grade point average and CGPA is called cumulative grade point average. So these 2 are calculated based on the courses that you have registered for, the number of courses that you have passed and the credit points accrued, the number of courses that you failed and you didn't get credit points for it. And also we showed you the points, right? S grade is 10 points, A grade is 9 points, B grade is 8 points and so on. So that will be used for calculating this GPA and CGPA. So you can see we have given the GPA formula here. It is sigma of I GPI into CI, where GPI is the grade point average. So if it's S grade you got and it's 4 credits, it will be 10 into 440. And then we sum it up over all credits and we get the average of it. So basically, this is what we do for grade point average. And CGPA is calculated for all the courses completed in all terms of the program that you've been with us. So it's like a cumulative grade point average, while grade point average is for every single term. Whatever is you that term, that alone we showcase as grade point average. There are also 2 types of documents that we give you at the end of the term. One is called the progress card. In the progress card, we list all courses in every term that you've ever taken. So whether you've registered for a course, you've dropped a course, you've registered for a course, it's an improvement course, you've registered for a course and maybe you failed it, we will show everything, every detail in the progress card. It is more like an activity log from your side on the courses that you do in any particular term. Grade card, by difference, will have every course listed only once. So for instance, if you have taken a course and maybe for whatever reason you failed that course, right? You got a U grade, in the progress card, it will show. So maybe Maths 1, say you failed. So it will show in this term, Maths 1, U grade. But maybe the next term you again took Maths 1 and you passed it. The next term it will show Maths 1 and maybe S grade. But in a grade card, that Maths 1 U grade will not be shown. For every course, there will be only one time listing and the best grade will be shown in it if you have pass that particular course. So there's a difference between a progress card and a grade card. Grade card is normally given only at the end of a level. So after you finish 8 courses and foundation level, we'll give you a grade card. After you finish each diploma, we'll give you a grade card. After you finish the BSc, you'll get a grade card. And at the end of the program, when you complete a BS. So progress card, grade card, all these documents will get uploaded under this documents for download section that we are showing you here inside your dashboard. And you can find all the grade cards and progress cards here. So you can also see the ID card here that is being seen, answer transcripts, admission letter, everything will be available in this documents for download section within your particular dashboard. Student status, you can go through this in the student handbook that we have. There are multiple statuses that we maintain for students. If you're registered to any particular term, we call you as an active student. If you put RKA, that is, you don't want to register to any courses in a particular term, but take a break. In that case, you keep a registration, keep alive fee, RKA, we call it. You pay 1,000 rupees and you just keep your email ID alive, your drive alive, maybe access to the program alive. That is called RKA, and in that term, your status will be academic probation. You can do 2 consecutive RKAs, but the third RKA, when you put, we say that the student is no longer active with us and we strike you off the rolls. So the status will be struck off the rolls. At that point, we'll suspend your email ID and you won't have access to any of the courses using your official email ID. Your personal email ID, you can access your dashboard, and not a problem. This is the third status. For after struck off rolls, if you want to come back to us, there is a fee that you have to pay to re-register and get into the course registration process. There is more slides on it, but it's also given in the student handbook. Go through it if you want to know what that particular process is. Alumnus, like I said already, if you complete the BSc or the BS, you become an alumnus of IIT Madras. You'll be eligible to join the IIT Madras Alumni Association and also get the privileges that campus alumnus get from this particular program. The last status that we have is you want to quit the program. So at any point in time, if you want to really quit the program, there is a form that you need to fill for us saying you want to quit the program, and we enable it for you. There are 2 ways in which you can quit the program. If you're in a level and midway through any level, you want to quit it. Basically, you're telling us, okay, don't contact me. I'm no longer interested. Maybe I'm moving on and going to do something else, and I want to quit it, which is one. But the other one, if you complete, say, 1 diploma, 2 diplomas, or a BSc, and you want the original certificates for those levels, you have to quit the program, because till you're in the program, these are all intermediate exits. We will only give you provisional certificates. So if you think that you're not going to continue with the program, but you want to quit maybe after 1 or 2 diplomas or the BSc level, then you have to basically quit and take the original certificate. But once you take the original certificate, you cannot come back into the program and complete the other levels. Otherwise, you keep taking the provisional and keep moving along in the program, not an issue at all. So this is more about the struck off the rolls that I was saying about the RKA and the re-registration fee that you have to pay. Quitting the program, this is what I talked about. So this is also there in the handbook. You can go through the handbook for all these details. And access to previous term courses. Once you finish 1 term, supposing some of you had finished the May term now and have moved into the September term, your access to the courses in the previous terms will always be there. We will not revoke it. You can anytime access the contents assignments of courses that you've registered in the previous term. The other one is the videos of all courses are public on YouTube as a playlist. So anytime you want to just go and refer, or even you want to tell your friends about the content that is here that they learn from the YouTube playlist, they can do that. So basically, when you come into the degree program, what you pay for as fees is definitely the degree that you get from IIT, the support that we give you through instructors and students, the facilities that are enabled for you as a student of this program. That is what the fee is for. Otherwise, if you want knowledge, we have put out all the videos on YouTube. You can definitely go there and study on your own. Okay, exams outside India. This is for students who are outside India. We facilitate students to also enroll in this program from outside India. We have students from Sharjah, Abu Dhabi, Hamdan, Dubai, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, taking exams from centers in these places. So we partnered with a couple of exam partners there, and they conduct the exams for students in centers at these places. In countries like Australia, USA, Canada, Germany, and all, where we have students, but we don't have exam centers, we do remote proctored online exams for them. Okay, that is something that is done. And we remotely monitor them and proctor them, and they also do the program with us. Since this number is very, very small, the IITM Senate has approved that the exams can be taken remotely proctored for such students alone. For students outside India, on top of the tuition fees and the course fees that you pay every term, there is also a facilitation fee, because we have to pay extra to these exam centers there. It's much more expensive than what we pay TCS. Hence, that fee is collected and given to these centers in these countries where we conduct exams in centers. So that is something that you have to pay as an additional facilitation fee if you're outside India. One thing I will caution you about, there are students who say I'm outside India currently, and they say they get a approval from us to do exam online proctored. But if you come to India in that exam time period and you're in India on the day of the exam, then you cannot take a remote proctored exam from wherever you are. You have to compulsorily come to a center and take an exam if you're in India. So if you're moving from abroad to India, you definitely have to inform us. We will allocate a center to you. You have to go and write the exam in the center. If you're moving from India to outside India, also abroad, if you're moving abroad, write to us. We will tell you the procedure, what documents we need as proof, so that we can support you for exams there. If there are countries like where we have exam centers like listed here, you will go there and write your exams. If it's not a country where there's an exam center, you will do it online, remote proctored. Okay, portal snapshot. I think all of you know this part, because you have done the qualifier at least. Some of you have done the term courses also. This is what the portal looks like. We have done some small changes to the portal. The UI, if you've seen it, it has changed a bit. You can go in and take a look at it. You can also give us feedback on how the new UI looks. But basically, there are videos on the portal. There are announcement section where we put in all the important announcements related to that course. So we would tell you that every day, please go to the announcement section, check whether there's any important announcement put in there. The discussion forum, for those of you coming in from the qualifier freshly for the first time into a term course, we have changed the forum for the regular students. It's called Discourse. This is the discussion forum that we use. This is how it looks. Invitations would have come to all of you to join Discourse. Please click on it and join the Discourse forum. So here for every course, we have a particular category, and you can check under that, ask your questions under that. The questions from the previous terms asked also will be available. You can refer to it so that you can enhance and answer all the queries that you might get here. And there's the scores tab. I think this is an old snapshot. The current snapshot looks very different. I think we'll have to change this PPT also, so we'll do that. But basically, there's a scores tab where you can see the scores of completed assignments whose deadline has passed. If you have not submitted, it will give a message called not submitted. If the due date is still available, it will say due date available, please submit. So there are multiple messages that come on this scores tab with respect to the assignments. There is a calendar for all students that we keep maintaining. One is an academic calendar where the general dates for all the important events in the program across levels are put. So that is something that we create every term. The other one is course-specific Google Calendar is added and shared with you. So in this, for this particular course, you can see what all the live sessions are happening, when are they happening, and so on. These will be marked as calendar events. Once we share this link with you, it will be available in the announcements tab also of every course. I'm hoping you can click on it and you can add it to your student email ID calendar. So student email ID is a Google Gmail ID basically. So to that calendar, you can add this course calendars that we share so that you don't miss out on anything which is very important every single day, which is might be like live sessions, which might be like some doubt clearing session, which might be like an OPP or a quiz, which might be a weekly assignment deadline. All of it will be marked in this. If you add the academic calendar and the course calendar to your student email ID calendar, hopefully you will have all the information every day on what is happening in the program with respect to you. So early morning, we would say, open your calendar, see all the activities listed for the day, choose which you're going to, and then continue with it. So there is a video that we have on how to add the calendar to your calendar. I hope you can all Google this also. It's a generic video that's there, and see how to add it. Okay, content that is released in every course. Most of you have gone through the qualifier. You should be knowing this. We have videos by faculty. We have activity questions based on every video. There are practice assignments with solved solutions, video solutions, PDF solutions that are released. These are more for your practice. And if you get stuck somewhere, solution is already available. You can learn through that. There might be 2 practice assignments also in some courses that we have given. You can go through it. Then there is a weekly graded assignment that you have to submit every week before the deadline. So that is a graded assignment. After the due date, we will share the solutions with you for this. There are tutorial videos, there are text transcripts, there are notes, there are reference books. All of these are given in the portal where the course is hosted. So for every course, you will see this. And before the quizzes and the final exam, we also conduct a mock exam. So you can take a practice exam to see also whether you've brushed up your contents properly, whether you have forgotten any concept or you're stuck in any concept while doing the mock test. So mock tests also conducted before the quizzes and the final exam. And discussion forum and live sessions happen every week, at least 8 to 10 hours of those by instructors, by teaching assistants, so that you might learn from this. So these are the content that goes in every week into every single course. These are the types of live sessions to explain the activity questions, live session to explain the practice assignment, graded assignment, and of course, an open session where you can ask any doubt that you have with respect to the courses. Tips to prepare well is something we keep telling all students all the time. Go through every video, make your own notes. Don't just look at the notes that we have made, but go and make your own notes. You might understand it in a better way when you make your own notes, in the way that you want to annotate it, in the way that you want to keep your tips ready when the exam comes in. Attempt every assignment on your own. If you need some help, you're stuck somewhere, ask somebody for help, but do not blindly copy the answers from any group that is there, any Telegram group that tells you that we have all the assignment answers available, pay so much and take the answers. Do not believe any YouTube channel that tells you subscribe to my channel, pay me so much money, I'll give you all assignment answers. It does not really help for you to do that, because at the end of the day, when you go to a quiz or the final exam, it's in a center where you cannot take anybody's help to answer the question. So doing it for the weekly assignment will only harm you. It will not help you. That is something that you all have to understand. One more thing I want to say here is there are many websites selling solutions or answers for our assignments. There are many people who will send you emails saying, I'll help you and pay me so much money. I will give you answers to the assignments. Please do not trust them. Our program does not do any of it. We are not associated with all of these bodies in any way. Whatever we collect from you as tuition fee, that's the only thing that we collect from your side. Otherwise, we do not charge you anything more apart from the course fees. So do not get scammed. Do not be spammed by these people. Mark them as spam and kind of just put them in the trash. Do not subscribe to any of these that sell assignment answers without doing them yourselves. There is enough support that is given on the discussion forum, enough support that happens in the live sessions. Attend the live sessions if you can. That is a great way to learn for any single course. Okay. Coming to something outside of academics, there are 12 houses and all students are put into these 12 houses. The houses are named after forests. And typically, we also try to group students within a group who are physically present in a city. So every house has multiple groups of, say, 30 to 40 students. And each of the students in a group will be physically located together. So there'll be a Chennai group, Hyderabad group, Bangalore group, Delhi group, and all within a house. So you can meet students from different states. You can meet students from your own city also from within a group. So we ensure that there's enough diversity in a particular house when you're interacting. Every group has a group leader, every house has a secretary or deputy secretary, and so on. There are many, many clubs as part of the program too, and you can join these clubs. You can be a part of the chess club, you can be part of the coding club. We have a music club, dance club, theater club, photography club. There's a filmmaking club, there is a Sanskrit club. There are so many clubs, so you can join whichever clubs you're interested in. They all have competitions and events running. You can participate and make friends and enjoy the program more in a non-academic setting too. We also do something called Paradox as part of the program. I don't know how many of you joined the Savan Paradox that was conducted last week over 4 days. We had more than 4,500 participants enroll in more than 50 events last week. So this is something that we did online. Savan Paradox was an online event. Margari Paradox will again be an online event where we'll have competitions and other things happening for students. The main paradox that will be conducted in the May 30th, May 31st, June 1st and 2nd will be in person at IIT Madras campus. So we are giving you enough of a heads up that you can plan for your trip in this period. It will be a 4-day mega gala event at IIT Madras campus. There'll be a lot of sports competitions that go on, music competitions, dance competitions, culturals, play happening. There are mimes that happen. There are technical competitions that happen. Workshops will be happening. You can participate as per your interest in all of this. And you can also enjoy and experience IIT Madras campus for these 4 days. So the paradox that we conduct in May, June month is in person. Then we have Savan paradox that is online, Margari paradox that is online. So this is again something that is really very nice in the program. I think you should all enjoy it. Be a part of the program, volunteer for the program, be core, course for the program where you organize also some of them, possibly the competitions and so on. So you can participate in these events at various levels as an audience, as an organizer, as the overarching secretary of the paradox itself, and so on. So here are some photos that we have where you can see the number of students who were here participating in paradox, interactions with the director, certificate giving ceremony that we had during the paradox event. Some more photos from these when we conducted workshops and hackathons and technical events. There were talks by industry panelists who came in and also spoke about the opportunities available. There's a photo of the first set of diploma certified students. This was from Paradox 2022. You can see all of them who are here and who got their first diploma certificates along with the deans and the director of IIT Madras. Some more pictures from the cultural side. You can see the dance and music events that were happening here. Photos from the sports events that happened as part of Paradox. And we, of course, are very active on social media. We have an Instagram handle, Twitter handle, Facebook, and LinkedIn. This is given on our website itself, study.iitm.ac.in/ds. At the bottom footer, if you go, all the social media handles are given. I would really recommend that you follow the social media handles to know what is happening and keep abreast of whatever the program is doing. Every club has its own social media handles. Every house has its own social media handles. You can follow that also to get some updates. Okay. Learner support services, apart from what I spoke, you have financial support, like we already said, for economically and physically disadvantaged. So the less than 5 lakh per annum income category, less than 1 lakh per annum income category, students belonging to the category of SC, ST, PWD, all of you get fee waivers on the total fees that has to be paid every term for the courses you take. There is also a dedicated team from our side, which is called Industry Interaction Cell, or IIC. They help in internships once you complete a diploma and also in the placement service. So the placement has not been large so far because we still haven't graduated even one batch of students. The BSc students are just about finishing. So next year will be our big placement season, probably September 2024. And the team will prepare you for the skills required in terms of soft skills, technical skills, evaluations, how to attend interviews. They'll be conducting mock interviews for you, preparing you for all the industry kind of questioning that is going to take place. And this team will help you through all of that. Administrative support at study.iitm.ac.in is the main email ID that you have to reply and write to whenever you have an issue with regard to anything in the program. They will redirect it to the appropriate teams and ensure that you get an answer. So you can write queries regarding course selection, payments, exam centers, exam dates, any documents you require, permissions you require, portal issues, assignment issues, anything else you can write, and the team will handle your queries. There is also a student affairs team. There is a Ms. Kodai who handles and heads the students affairs. So for any wellness support too, you can reach out to her. Any grievance, you can reach out to this particular team. And Paradox is managed by this particular student affairs team who also interacts with the student body. Important documents to track. I've just shown certain things here that is available on your dashboard. In my dashboard, there is a tab link called latest updates. So whenever there are important program updates, we will put it here. So even if you miss a mail, you can just click on this latest updates every single day to see if there's anything relevant to you. with respect to the program that you have to follow. Course related, say today there's a live session in Maths 1 course. We will not put it in latest update. For that, you have to check your calendar or your course related announcements. These will be more like program related. Your hall tickets are released. Your answer scripts for the exams written are released. Your grade card document is released. Those kind of updates actually come in here into latest updates. You can also see the other tabs here on the left side. Exam cities and hall tickets are given. My current courses, you will have the boxes that you have seen during the qualifier, which takes you to the respective courses on the portal. Academic calendars, the one I was telling you about, the important dates are tracked here in academic calendar. Documents for download will have your ID card. It will have your progress card, your grade card, any answer scripts that you have written, the solution key for the question paper in the exams, everything that will come here. Pending payments is something important. Whenever there's an additional payment to be made for any particular activity, we will put it inside this dashboard. You can go click on pending payments and make the payment. For instance, say you're registering to a workshop and the workshop has a fee. Many times we will put it here in pending payment. You can click on it. It will open your payment gateway and you can pay through it. In fact, today, tomorrow and day after, we are going to open the pending payment section for mentoring on a personal basis. So on a 1:10 mentoring, if you want for any particular subject, maybe you're a repeat student, you tried Python twice, you did not pass the OPP, you've been trying the subject, but not been able to get enough help in terms of, say, the discussion forum or the live session, you would probably benefit from a 1:10 mentoring, where the mentor will work with you over the 3 months to ensure you understand and do some assignments and see that if you're regular and put in the effort, maybe you will be able to pass the course. So we are going to start these tutoring sessions, possibility for students in foundation and diploma courses, and the fee for that will be 2,000 that you pay per course if you want the tutoring. Tutoring will be like 5 hours per week into 12 weeks. So totally 60 hours is what we are planning for tutoring here. The 5 hours will be 3 sessions, 2 + 2 + 1, where the mentor who is allocated to you will walk you through the assignments, ensure that you understand the assignments, help you whenever you're stuck in something there, and kind of help you through the course. So this is something that we are starting during the term time now as a 1:10 personalized mentor who's given to you and who helps you with these courses. So these kind of payments, we will put it on pending payments. You can click on it, you can go through it, and you can pay for it. Okay. There's one more important document you have to take note of. It is called Action Against Malpractice that is being taken. Whenever students indulge in any unacceptable behavior in the program, which could be during the exams, which could be during your interactions with other students, it could be academic, it could be non-academic, and somebody raises a complaint, then you will be taken to the Disciplinary Welfare Committee. It's called DISCO in short. It's a Disciplinary Welfare Committee, and we have a set of actions that can be taken for a set of, maybe whatever malpractice that you have committed. There are actions that the committee can recommend. It can range from a U grade in a course, U grade in all courses, 1-term ban for you from, registering to courses, 2-term ban, or even removing you from the program completely. The punishments are pretty harsh. The maximum punishments that are there are minimum punishment is just a U grade in one course. Even that, if you've worked in a course, but you've done some malpractice, you will fail that course. You have to repeat that course. So please go through this document, read the malpractice document, see what all scenarios are there, and ensure that you do not engage in any malpractice in this particular program. Okay. So academic malpractices, we have said here, during the exams, if you indulge in unfair communication with somebody else, when the exams are proctored, you cannot talk to anybody else, your friends or nearby neighbors or anybody else that is there. Use of material or device that is not allowed. You cannot carry, for instance, cell phones into the exam center or use cell phones, excepting the G-meets in the proctored exams. But if you use it and you're keeping it, hiding it under a desk, you're doing something else, it is considered academic malpractice. Impersonation, plagiarism, copying from somebody else's assignment, somebody else's project, somebody else's whatever submission they're doing, that is plagiarism. Forging documents and submitting incorrect documents to us. So all of these come under malpractices. The recommended punishment, like I said, is U grade for one course, U grade for all, debarred for 1 or 2 terms, and removed from the program. Non-academic misconduct also we take very, very seriously. You have to follow the etiquette in the program. You have to know how to write emails, talk on the phone, not just to your friends, not just to your peers, but also to the support team, also to the instructors, also to the faculty. Anybody that you meet in the program or on campus, you have to follow these rules. Being a student of the program, we take this very seriously if you violate it. So rude behavior, impersonation, slandering about the program, spreading false information about students or about the program, intimidation of any kind, making the program specific internal communication, whatever we send to you as mails, because you're a student of the program, if you publish it outside and then you comment on it, that will also be considered as a non-academic malpractice. Again, the punishments for it, up to expulsion from the program, it goes on. There is warnings given, CCC will be reduced, your course registration may be cancelled, you could be debarred, but you could also be expelled from the program. Web etiquette, like I was saying, you have to be courteous and kind to your fellow students in all situations, at all times. When you write something, when you speak something, when you're on the phone, when you're writing on discourse forum, you have to follow this etiquette. You cannot violate this etiquette. You cannot be rude. You cannot say something that is religious or anti-religious. You cannot say something that is inciting the other person to say something. You cannot do something that violates the privacy of another person. You have to keep all of this in mind when you are in the program. You have to respect the diversity and dignity of all and not send any offensive, discriminatory messages. Okay, that is something that you have to keep in mind. Cyberbullying is again something that we take note of very, very seriously. We will not tolerate cyberbullying. You cannot again write emails with somebody who does not wish to be in communication with you. You cannot resort aggressive behavior, bullying somebody online, publicly shaming people, publicly inciting and showing aggression on maybe groups that are that you're in. It could be a WhatsApp group, Telegram group which students maintain, or it could be official groups of GSpace and Discourse where we maintain. You cannot show such behavior which is constituted as cyberbullying. So that is something that we take strong objection to, and again, action can be taken on you if you resort to this. For assistance at any time through the program, I already said the support email ID is there. The phone number is there. This phone number is available at the bottom in the website. But apart from this phone number also, we run many, many G-Meets as and when required. For instance, all of you who were doing registration also must have known that last 6-7 days, we have been running Google Meets to solve all your issues, to answer all your questions and so on. We do that even, say, post-quiz, during the OPP, when we are doing mock exams and many such situations, we run Google Meet so that you can directly come and interact with the team, clarify your doubts and kind of leave. So these are all the things that are there. I think with this, we end the presentation. The last slide is on sexual harassment. Again, that is something that we do not tolerate from our side. So you should not be indulging in it. And that is something that we take to very, very seriously. I think I will stop sharing here and we'll probably take a few questions that you might be having. I would like to reiterate that the remedial sessions or the tutoring sessions are going to start for this term. We will put the payment pending in your dashboard. If you want to avail of a personalized mentor and have 60 hours of training by the mentor, which is 5 hours per week into 12 weeks, these are students who have done very well in the program, senior students of yours who have a good CGPA, who have S grades in these courses and are ready to teach you and spend the time to do these things with you. They are coming in as mentors to help you through the course. So you can opt for it along with paying a fee. One part of the fee will be refunded if you're regular and have 100% attendance. The other part of the fee is for paying the mentor who actually spends the time and effort in helping you through the course. So that is something that, we should be sending out emails today on this content from our side. Go through it and register to this if you think that you need help in any course. Okay. Narayanan, is there anything else that we have to say? Or can we take some questions and maybe close the session?
We can take some questions.
Sure. Can you read the questions and then we can answer?
Yes, ma'am. So the first question is like, can we complete NPTEL courses using IIT email ID in foundation and then we can get these credits in diploma level?
Yes, so once you get an email ID from us, the roll number at ds.study.iitm.ac.in, you can do NPTEL courses. There are conditions on which NPTEL courses you can do and which can be credited in the BSc and BS level. Please go through that very carefully, and also ensure you do not credit the same course in your college degree and in the BS program. NPTEL courses you do can be credited only at one place, either your college degree if you're doing a college degree, or in our program in the BSc and BS level. But yes, technically you can do NPTEL courses using the student email ID that we have given you. Only if you do it from that ID will we transfer credit from that course into the program when you reach the BSc BS level.
If I do this degree as a standalone degree from IIT Madras, if that is self-sufficient to get the job opportunities.
You have to do well at the end of the day to get a job, right? See, getting a job is in your hands. What we have designed and developed is a very good curriculum which has been vetted by multiple industry professionals. Continuously, we keep getting the feedback. We review the program with people across academia, from different institutes, from the industry also. So I can say that the curriculum is constantly being updated, teaching learning methods are being updated, enough support is being given for you to do the program. But you have to do the program well. You have to understand what is being taught very well. You have to become academically strong. You have to pick up the skills that are being imparted in the program. You have to practice every concept given. You have to watch the videos well and get a good CGPA also. So many students, many times we see they have like a 6.5 CGPA or a 6 CGPA, which, and if you're a standalone student, right, it really does not justify why you have such a less CGPA in the program when you're doing it standalone. So when you have that, it means somewhere it shows that the assessments have not, you've not been able to handle the assessments we have given, and which is an indirect reflection of what we know as knowledge from the program. So is it enough to get placements? Yes, if you do the program really well, you have a good CGPA, you've learned all the skills, and you know whatever is being taught very well, you do your projects very well, you do additional learning, you do additional courses also from either NPTEL or anywhere else. You have to do a lot of things. If you just do this program, do the courses that we teach you, I don't think it is enough to get a job. You have to know soft skills. You have to be able to communicate confidently. You have to have at least decent English speaking skills, because most of the industry you will apply to will be English communication based, which means that you have to be confident to speak with anyone. You have to be able to present. There are other skills also that you have to develop. We do a lot of training for that, but at the end of the day, I will say it is up to each individual student to get the skills from the program, to practice it, to do well, and ultimately landing a job or doing whatever is based upon how you do it. It's not on what we are able to help you with. We'll give you all the support, but finally it's up to you to take as much as you can from this and kind of develop into a much better person. Yeah, Naren.
So can BS students attend a Sarang festival which IIT Madras is conducting?
So Sarang festival as an outsider, yes, you can attend. Sarang is open to all students of all colleges technically. So you can attend it as a student in the BS program, maybe participate in certain categories and all. But in terms of the organizing team, Sarang Shastra and all, they start working one year ahead. So they recruit for their organizing teams 1 year ahead, and typically they expect all students to be on campus and help out as organizers. So you can participate as a student participant, as an audience, but I'm not sure about organizer. That is why Paradox is there. If you want to be on the organizing team and do some hands-on work, be a volunteer, please join Paradox. There is a absolutely fantastic and efficient team that is running the current Paradox set of events. They just concluded Savan Paradox. So become a volunteer there. Learn what you have to do to become an event organizer. Learn how you can become a core organizer and move up the ladder. I think that is something that I will really suggest to standalone students, especially, to come in and be a part of Paradox organizing team and conduct the Paradox for the BS, rather than looking at Shastra and Sarang as activities that we do. You can participate there. I'm not saying no, but organizing, I welcome you to Paradox to be a part of the Paradox organizing team.
So RKA can be applied for how many terms? Is there a
So
limit?
the first term that you take a break, it is RKA and your status goes into academic probation. Second term, also you can do an RKA, 2 consecutive terms, you can do RKA. But the third consecutive term, if you put an RKA, we'll strike you off the rolls. So that status will suspend your email ID, like I said, and you will not be have to register for courses till you come back to us and say, I want to rejoin the program, and there's a registration fee again for that. You don't have to repeat all the courses again and start from qualifier. It's not that. But basically, you have to say you're rejoining the program and reactivate your email ID. You have to reactivate your status as student in the program. There is a fee for that. So once that fee is paid and you reactivate it, you can continue from where you left off. But technically, we will say that RKA is only allowed for 2 terms. Third term, if you do, your email ID gets suspended. One piece of advice I'll give to all: don't put RKA, okay? At least do 1 course in every term and keep progressing forward, because once you do an RKA, your rhythm gets lost. Your rhythm of studying, your rhythm of being in the program, your rhythm of progress in the program will get lost. So instead of doing an RKA, I would suggest do at least 1 single course in every term and keep moving. So instead of an RKA, 1 course is much better than that. So do that. Unless absolutely unavoidable, don't do an RKA. It's not really worth it. And we also have limits on the number of years you have to complete a level in. So you have to finish each level in a maximum of 3 years. Otherwise, you'll be removed from the program. The program itself has to be completed in a maximum of 6 years for BSc, 8 years for the BS. So if you keep on putting RK, you will never complete the program. And once this time period is removed, we will also be removing you from the program. So ideally, don't put an RK. Please do at least 1 course every single term.
So how do I change my exam center from India to USA?
Okay, you have to write an email to support@study.iitm.ac.in. We have another email ID called ge@study.iitm.ac.in. That's a team that handles students who are outside of India. They will tell you what all documents are required, what proofs are required for you to study from outside India. They will verify all of it and give you instructions on how we do exams with that. So as a first step, write to support@study.iitm.ac.in or ge@study.iitm.ac.in, and they will take you forward from there.
Yes, ma'am, that's all. Other questions actually mostly covered in the slides.
Okay, sure. So for any other clarifications, I would suggest please go through the student handbook that we have given under your document section. Go through the website. It has a lot of information about the program rules, about the courses, about the course content that is there, and so on. So you can go through that. Go through the discourse forums, okay? And see whatever questions technically the students have asked or any other discussion that is going on, be aware of it. Attend live sessions, watch the videos. These are general places where you can improve in the program academically and also get a hold of all the program rules. And one thing, whatever emails we send you, we think it is most important for you to know as a student. So we request you to kindly go through all the emails that we send you, read it, understand it, and see whether it's relevant to you. And if it's relevant and action has to be taken, you have to do that. Otherwise, of course, you can ignore it if it's some general information that is not applicable to you. We also send WhatsApp messages reminding you to attend live sessions, reminding you about exams, hall tickets, the drop period, the exam center change dates, and so on. So all the important information, we also send it through WhatsApp. I hope all your numbers are registered as WhatsApp contacts for us, because many times we see that people have either given us wrong numbers or they have given us the parents' mobile numbers, and the messages we send keeps going to the parents. So if you're in some other place and your parent is in some other place, you typically don't receive our WhatsApp messages. So I would suggest that you please give us WhatsApp numbers that you will access and you can actually read the messages that we send you. So emails, go through whatever we send you, read the content, act upon it as required. WhatsApp, please go through the WhatsApp messages every day. We give you reminders for live sessions. You can also go through that, join live sessions, any other important announcements you can see through the WhatsApp message. So these two are very important. Being a student in the program, don't miss out on this. And then log in and see your course calendar every day to see what you have that day as activity in the program. Course announcement section will have all the course related information. Check that also every day. See, all of this is hardly going to take you maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in a day. But I think it's worth spending the time to know that you don't miss out anything important from our side and you actually keep abreast of whatever is happening in the program. Wishing you all the very best. Welcoming the people who are coming into the very first term with us. Welcome to the people who have already been with the term with us. You know most of what we have spoken and probably attended orientation before, but I urge all of you to really concentrate on your studies. Don't get distracted. Keep your social media time to a minimum. Put a lot of effort in studying well. Try to get S grades, A grades as much as possible in the program. Try to maintain a very good CGPA. Participate in all the activities that we keep putting out, whether it is a workshop, whether it is some external meeting, whether it is some extra learning that we ask you to. I think these will really help you do well in the program. So wishing you all the best. Look forward to meeting you all whenever we can meet you, or whenever we are traveling to some city and we are probably planning to meet students, or maybe whenever you come to Chennai, please drop by IIT Madras. You can visit our office. You can meet the instructors. You can meet the faculty. You can meet the support team also at the office here. Thank you, and wish you the best again.
We'll stop streaming.
Yeah, thank you.